Hello,
Hello.
Ben.
Hello.
Hello. We're back playing Wolfenstein. We're going to steal a U-boat today. Don't know what we'll do after that, but we're definitely stealing the U-boat because that's the main thing we got to do today. Hooray! Speaking about Nazis,
God.
no, I figured I'd joke about the topic, but I haven't actually got a topic specifically I want to go in. Oh, Jesus Christ, the boat's there.
You could talk about your testicle.
I could talk about my testicle, but I don't want to phrase it as a conversation about my testicle. I want to phrase it about a conversation about a doctor's appointment that I had yesterday.
All right.
Um, for the first time ever, a black man touched my testicles.
Ah, how was it?
Not overly pleasant. Not
Oh,
because of him. Just it's an awkward,
racist.
it's just an awkward experience to have someone touching your testicles and it not be a lover or whatever. You know, it's awkward having someone
Yeah.
touch your balls. But as everyone's about to find out, hi Keith, get ready for this. I have what we call an undescended bollock.
Wah, wah.
I know, which means that it means two things actually. It is a higher risk for it's a higher risk for testicular cancer, which
Wah,
is
wah.
well yeah exactly.
Oh.
Big deal now, isn't it? Oh, where's this Nazi?
There he
He
is.
doesn't even know where I am. He was just shooting randomly. Anyway, it's a higher risk for testicular cancer, and it also reduces fertility. So actually, it's a good job I've already got a kid, or else potentially.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, I had half the manpower, as it were, and I still
You
achieved
did.
it. So
You very efficient sperm.
yeah, not a lot of them, but they do the job well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're going to send me for an ultrasound, just to peace of mind. He had a feel, and he reckons they're fine. And I say, well, thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Because, you can't not joke. Oh, shit. Can't not joke about that sort of thing, can you?
Mm. Well, I didn't. But...
What? Look, the point is, you weren't there. If you were there and a doctor had touched your balls up, or in this case, ball, and then said, they're fine, you would have made a joke about that.
No, I didn't.
No, you would have made a joke about it.
No, I didn't.
Well, I'm telling you, if you're half a man I think you are, you would have. Clearly, you are less of a man than I thought you were. And considering I'm the
sorry.
one that's got one ball,
Yeah.
because it would be not fair, but a almost reasonable comment for someone to suggest that I was less of a man because of it, seeing as I have less of a male physical characteristic.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, no, I wouldn't like it.
I don't think you're less of a man. I just think you're a freak.
Well, I distinctly remember there being some sort of wardrobe-related joke I could make here, but I don't want to.
Oh, I made that up.
I know. You'd only moan at me for talking about it.
Yeah. So you're getting this ultrasound.
Yeah, getting this ultrasound. I'm not necessarily cancerous, which is good. I'd rather not be, given the choice. But for my own peace of mind, they're going to check me out.
Good.
It's awkward having one ball. Honestly, if it was up
We
to
in
me...
the U-boat.
Pardon?
Is this the U-boat?
Yeah, this is for U-boat. It's been the U-boat since we... If it was up to me, they'd take it out and put a prosthetic in. And then
What would
I'd
you have it
walk
made
around
out of?
like... Oh, just silicon stuff that they normally do around.
Oh God, that's a bit.
Oh, I just killed
God,
one of them with that.
Oh God, he's all over the place.
Just killed the other one. They were bouncing, those bullets.
They were, yeah.
That's not what bullets normally do.
Mm.
Where do you fucking back off, you fucker? These fucking Nazis always going about winning elections in the UK because they're voted on by...
Talk about that then.
Yeah, why not?
So we had our local elections recently.
Did you vote? I can't remember.
No, I wasn't the voting area. You were.
Yeah, I didn't. I was busy. I had plans that night, and honestly,
Look what happened.
genuinely, my vote would have made literally no difference. Around here, it never would, because I'm left wing of deporting everyone in the world.
Where?
Well, exactly.
Mars? I don't know.
We can't afford Mars on their tax. As if they're going to cost a fucking flight to Mars. They don't know what they're doing. They're making it up as they go along. They don't know where they want to send them to. They think they're all from Poland.
Well, my mum is involved to a certain extent with local elections and stuff.
Yeah.
I say to a certain extent, to a large extent. And there was the mayor, the new mayor of Lincolnshire or whatever.
Andrea Jenkins.
Yes, apparently at her speech she was talking about how she was going to do all this stuff, this reform-based stuff, and sort out immigration and stop the boats.
None of which
And I
you can
talked
do
to
as a
Mo-
mayor.
Well, I talked to Mo about it. She was like, "Yeah, her role is not that expansive in the least."
That is very much the issue, isn't it? Is that these people seem to think they have won a bigger victory than they've actually managed.
Well, it's very substantial. Let's not beat around the bush here.
I don't think it is.
They won the vast majority of seats up for grabs and councils up for grabs and whatnot. They got like 500 and something.
Okay.
And basically every other party, hemorrhage support, apart from the Lib Dems and the Greens.
Okay, what you need to understand, though, is that they were coming into this as any seat they got was a bonus seat, because they didn't have any seats prior to this. So it's not fair to say that this isn't a level of support they would have already had. They've not necessarily gained anything at this stage.
They have.
Well, no, they've not necessarily gained any support. They've just gained seats that they can demonstrate.
Reflective of their support.
Reflective.
Fair enough.
It doesn't necessarily mean they're any more popular than they were. It just means they've now stood in a competition that wasn't available previously.
And they have more power than before.
Well, I mean, yeah, but what actual power?
On a local level. Well, you may be pleased to hear that the local MP for our area.
Yours or mine?
Well, yours, my previous one, who you both have a degree in disdain for.
Because he's a cunt.
Yeah.
And I'll say that on record, because I just did.
Yeah. I will too, I think he's a cunt.
Okay, good. He's a squinty-eyed fuck as well, but you can't say that because he had a stroke.
I opened a door for him. When I was younger, I went shopping for a birthday present for my sister, and I went to this old antique shop and I opened the door for him, thinking, "Oh, I'll be polite and nice," and he waltzed right through and didn't even look at me. The fucking bastard.
Yeah, so he doesn't take a lot to be. The guy who delivered my pizza tonight, I know him from, well, as well as delivering my pizza. I used to live 2 doors down from him, so we have
That chair looks like Santa.
We have a chat every now and again, whenever he delivers, right? And he reckons that he's having some sort of benefits related issue, and so he's got a meeting with that MP to try and see about getting it sorted out. And the issue, I completely agree that this is an issue that needs talking about and investigating, because what's happened, right, is they've queried or investigated something, and apparently there's been an overpayment made, which is right to question and deal with all that, but also at the same time, it's from like 12 years ago, and then they've not got a massive amount of time to appeal it, and they've ran out of time to appeal this thing, which has been brought up from 12 years ago, and that doesn't quite sit right with me either. So I don't think necessarily that I think it's right that it's going to get questioned. But the MP is not necessarily the right guy to do it, because it's the MP. He's useless.
Well, you say that, but this reform wave is kind of scared of a bit.
Well, it doesn't necessarily need to. Well, okay, fine. It should scare the Tories.
Mum suggested that if this had been a general election, he would have lost his seat.
I mean, to be fair, he lost a lot of his majority this last time, didn't he? But again, reform in that form was new.
Yeah.
It hadn't had a general election before. Now I know you could argue it was just UKIP rebranded, right?
Yeah.
But technically,
had integrity, this guy, the U-boat captain, paraded to his death rather than vessel. Took the decryption keys to the nuclear cannon with him.
Won't fire.
Normal shells, yes, not the nuclear warheads. Why don't you talk to us, Captain U-boat? Why so dead? With those keys, we could just sail right up to Death's Head, obliterate the whole compound, end them once and for all.
So?
Anyway, we're about to find the secret Jewish stronghold of military weapons and stuff.
Oh god.
Keys on planet Earth. They're stored at the Nazi lunar base. U-boat captains must learn them by heart. The lunar base.
Nazi lunar base.
Yeah, that's not bad. There's Venus next time.
Oh god.
Never been.
Venus in the next game. And that's where you meet Hitler and Ronald Reagan.
Well,
I only learned today it was Ronald Reagan.
is he the guy who gets shot?
Yes, he is.
That's something.
Yeah. So anyway, this is what happens. This is where the secret Jewish stronghold.
Can we just stay down here, away from all the Nazi stuff?
I don't know if there's any food, but we've got a U-boat now, so that helps. It's our new base of operations for a while.
Lovely.
We get beheaded next game actually as well.
Oh no.
I know, crazy, isn't it? And that's like near the start. No, it's about halfway through, to be fair. Alright, let's get in here, press the button, blah 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 blah. It's like Stargate. They're all working so slowly. I know we're underwater, but look how quick we're going. This is one of the issues with levels like this in games. I think they did too well. I think people are going to hopefully see that they can't do an awful lot in this position that they're in, and leave it and think about that. But again, like you say, I saw someone say that actually, if you think about it, right-wing parties only gained 1 seat or only lost 1 seat, and left-wing parties gained 1 or something. I don't know. Overall, in terms of political alignment, it's only actually a 1 seat shift.
Mm. Yeah, it did seem like most of the reform stuff came from
the Tories.
The Tories.
So, like, it doesn't necessarily.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily as big a deal as it seems.
Well, yes. I think. Well, Labour won't. I don't want to say won't learn the right lessons, but they won't implement the right lessons. They will assume that they need to go further to the right to appeal to reform.
Yeah, well.
But nobody likes Labour. They're not a particularly popular party. This government is not particularly popular.
How do you want to play this, Captain? You go next and I follow you.
It seems to me.
I don't know. It's just politics is getting annoying. I don't have the excitement for it I used to have. How do I hold through
Because
this?
you were young and it didn't matter.
No, it mattered then. Look at this stuff.
Really. Yeah, let's just live here.
Well, it's water, but it might be salt water. That's a secret vault. Look at that, David Starr. Told you, Jewish.
Oh no.
He's speaking Yiddish at times.
Oy vey.
What if that turns around and we get stuck in here without our diving suits? Then what?
Don't know. Is that going to happen?
I don't think so. Come on, get on with it, Set.
Okay, are you ready, England? 1, 2, 3, go!
Oh my god, it's like the Giant's Causeway.
Oh well. Stairs.
God's sake.
There. This is just secret prism to make your
Blah,
laser beam
blah,
tune
blah.
to the proper frequency. And you should be able to charge the magnetic coils. You see them? It's up there.
Yes, yes, yes. Right, bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Pow, pow. 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 Pow, pow. Wow, wow. 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 Don't be old.
Well,
Elevator.
would you like one of my topics?
Yeah, go on in.
Or hell, would you like my connected impression?
I suppose we probably ought to do it whilst
Yeah.
we do a shimmy shun. Anyway, come on. Let's get it done.
All right, bear with.
I figured you might have been
Right.
ready.
Okay. Sir Yukteswa Giri,
Next.
Alistair Crowley, Mae West.
All murderers.
No.
Well, actually, I think you'll
Le-
find.
Lenny Bruce,
Yep.
Karl-Heinz Stockhausen,
Yep.
and W.C. Fields.
They've all been mentioned in songs.
You're not too far off. It is music related.
Okay.
Carl Jung, Edgar Allan Poe, Fred Astaire.
Gentlemen,
Okay.
this is it.
Carry on.
Anything that is used
Richard Merkin,
Yeah.
The Vargas Girl, Leo Gorcey,
Mm.
Hunts Hall, Simon Rodier, and Bob Dylan.
Why does that feel like that's all the people?
It's not all the people. It's
Okay.
not nearly all the people. There's a lot of them.
Okay. Say it's
There's
music related.
71 in total.
71.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. I don't know. I need more to go on.
Okay. Should I only give you ones people you'll know?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. Aldous Huxley,
I read you, Caroline.
Sir Robert Peel, Dylan Thomas, Tony Curtis, Marilyn Monroe, William S. Burroughs, Stan Laurel, and Oliver Hardy, Karl Marx, H.G. Wells, and James Joyce. That's not all of them. Just four of them.
When you say intercept high-speed Nazi transport train, how do we do that?
But it's not we didn't start the fire.
No.
Jesus, how do we stop the train?
We can use this one. This is very, very powerful.
Would you like some more?
In English, you could
Yeah.
call it, I mean, how's it? Spindly talk. You know, this one.
Marlon Brando,
Stop it.
Oscar Wilde, David Livingston, Johnny Weissmuller, who was the original Tarzan, George Bernard Shaw, Lewis Carroll, T.E. Lawrence.
Mm. Are these Oscar Oscar songs?
No.
Okay.
Betty Davis,
Are
Marlene
these-
Dietrich.
Are these people whose a part of their body has been mentioned in a song?
No.
Where they've had a song named after them in some way?
It's not about a song, but it is connected to music. It's about images.
You might like this. Have they been used in the music video to a particular?
No, not a video. We stealing a train or a bridge?
We're stopping a train by destroying the bridge.
Why?
I can't remember. You were talking.
We just killed the bridge, sir! We just killed the bridge with the big mountain, cut them off! Oh, God!
Probably
Caroline!
innocent people on there.
Potentially. But we're fighting the Nazis, so you've got to accept that maybe we've got to do bad things too.
Shirley Temple and Gandhi are also on there. Now I can give you. There's some props as well.
Oh, go on.
So I won't go into too much. Garden gnome, cloth snake, a hooker pipe, stone figure of Snow White, and another section, excluded and obscured people.
Okay.
Hitler,
Hmm.
Jesus, and Sophie Loren.
I'm not getting
Now
anything
that-
out of these.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm not. None of these are meaning anything to me.
that's fine. Right. If I there's 5 names here who, if I give them to you, you should be able to get it.
Well, presumably, I should have been able to get it already.
All right, calm down.
No, it's true though, isn't it? That's the whole fucking point of it.
Well, yeah. Stuart Sutcliffe. Do you know who that is?
No. Never heard of
Okay.
it.
Okay. John Lennon,
Okay, I've heard of him, but apparently you know nothing about him. So, is that going to help?
Ringo Starr,
Okay, I've heard of him.
Paul McCartney,
Okay.
and George Harrison.
Okay, so that is all 4 of the Beatles there. Totally. Enough.
Yes, and Stuart Sutcliffe was one of the originals who got dropped.
I thought that was Pete Best.
No, he's not on here. And it's about an image. If I
Okay.
tell you it's an album.
Is this Sergeant Pepper's?
Yeah,
Oh,
well
okay.
done.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got
Yes.
it from necessarily most of those. It's literally because you said it's a.
All right.
Well, what you told me is the only reason I got it.
I'm doing my best.
No, it's not your fault that you picked an obscure thing in the
Okay.
grand scheme of things. Like most of the people, it's the thing about the Sergeant Peppers, and I don't know if you've seen it recently. It's actually quite a small zoomed out image.
Yeah, there are quite a lot on there.
There are. It's quite difficult to actually make out who most of the people are. I
Yeah.
would say that most people wouldn't necessarily even know that John Paul, George, and Ringo are on there if it wasn't for a fact that it's from John
Yeah.
Paul, George, and Ringo.
Yeah.
Good connection. Well done.
Thank you.
Shall we do the predictions?
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. I might need your help on this, actually.
Right.
So your predictions last week,
Yeah.
you had predicted that there would. Oh god, where am I meant to go from here? We went that way. I think I just come up here for no reason. Oh no, that's for that. Okay. Yeah, you predicted that there would be big royal news. What's that?
Yes. Well, they attended the 80th anniversary of the E-Day celebrations.
I would say there was bigger news than that because that's just going to a place and doing a thing. That's not necessarily.
Was there bigger news?
I would say so.
What was it?
The whole Harry security thing.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, no, that counts. Yeah, I'll take that.
I'd say that's a bigger deal than your thing, personally. I
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
you
no,
the point for that one.
Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah,
I don't know where we're meant to go from here.
thank you.
It's alright. There was also your prediction of it be a big viral video. I don't recall there being
Yes.
any.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Nothing on the scale you sort of want.
No.
I was thinking not Gangnam style scale, but big enough that everybody, that you and I would know of it.
Yeah, and I don't. I mean, I'm on TikTok most days, right? And I don't remember seeing anything. So I feel like that's
No.
good enough to say that there wasn't.
Are you sure the app was working?
Yes, I'm sure the app was working.
If you didn't see anything,
I've been seeing all the large-breasted goth girls as usual. It's fine.
okay, right.
Especially that one that does the weightlifting.
That could be you.
What, that does the weight? That they're lifting?
Well, maybe not that one, but
No,
you just
I
walk
could
back,
do the
it'll be
weight. Is
weird.
that what you're telling?
no, you could be a goth girl with large breasts.
They're not that large.
Okay.
Anywho, also, I'm not a girl. I should have probably made that point first.
Stick a wig on you. Oh,
There's more to being a girl than just
pulling
putting a wig
myself
on.
out.
Oh, I should have gone that way. Okay. No, should I have gone that way? Should I be hopping into? Oh, I need to go into there, don't I? Of course.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back. Okay, so your next prediction, you predicted that there'd be a big YouTuber scandal.
Yes.
Was there? Because I don't remember being any, but I don't really check.
No, not that I know of.
Okay. You predicted there'd be a heat record broken. I assume you meant in the UK, but you didn't specify. I Again, I don't think we broke any heat records. I think it cooled down quite significantly.
Yeah.
Not the best week for you on that one, unfortunately.
No.
But these things happen. You then predicted that there would be more Harry Potter casting news.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
No, the closest thing I heard, and this really takes a biscuit, but it was on a clickbait article, so what more can you expect? Apparently, J.K. Rowling wouldn't change one of the casting decisions, and the reason why she wouldn't is because she doesn't have the authority to.
That's something.
And also, she wouldn't anyway, apparently. But like part of
Oh yeah, right.
she can't, so it's a moot point. It doesn't matter.
Is that because the guy who's playing Snake put his name on that?
The trans.
Yeah.
That is exactly why it came about, this conversation.
Which is a bit hypocritical to put your name on a petition while being part of something that's making money for her.
Well, yeah, but it's complicated, isn't it? It shouldn't be, but it is.
I don't think so, but yeah.
So anywho, that's a thing. That's all of yours. You got one in the end.
Yay!
I went with there'd be a Celebrity Feud that would kick off,
Yeah.
and as far as I'm aware, there hasn't been. Are you aware of any?
No.
No. Cool. I predicted that there would be a Trump-Musk public fallout. And you know what?
No.
I've not heard anything about Musk doing anything this last week.
No, they're still besties.
So yeah, that was a no for me. Sorry, I just want to take out some of these before. I'm out of ammo. Right, pistol it is. Oh, as if I managed to kill him with a fucking pistol and not with a fucking... So yeah,
Well done.
thank you. Yeah, so that was a no-go. I predicted that there would be a Miami Grand Prix crash, which would take out 2 drivers. I specifically wrote 2 retirements when I wrote it last week.
Your health's going down.
Yeah, because it's over 100.
Oh, it was a temporary boost. Okay.
Yeah. You can overdo it over past 100, but then it'll count down. So it's sort of like a temporary. Yeah, so I predicted there'd be a Miami Grand Prix crash, which would result in 2 retirements. We had, and this is a complicated one. This one, I think it counts. I'm saying it counts. I want to know your stance on it.
Okay.
Liam Lawson and Jack Doohan had a crash on, or Jack Doohan had a crash on lap 1 of the Miami Grand Prix. Jack retired then.
Yeah.
And Liam retired on lap 41 from the damage that he sustained in that crash. He was okay to carry on enough, but he decided that the damage to the car was too great for them to justify trying to finish the race because they weren't going to get anything out of it.
What was your original prediction?
Well, that 2 cars would crash and it would result in 2 retirements.
Yeah, that counts.
Thank you. I can't remember what we're meant to be doing here. We might be trying to blow it up. Shall we try and blow it up?
No, you got to get him, presumably.
I can't remember.
You got to get over there, man.
Yeah, well, I can't remember how.
I'll go left.
If they've just given me 4 rockets, that's indicative of something, surely.
You got to blow up something to make a bridge.
Oh, maybe I can go up there. To go across. That looks reasonable, doesn't it? Okay. So back up here then. Okay, and I also predicted that the Ukraine ceasefire wouldn't go ahead. Now, I can't remember what day it was supposed to start, but there's been absolutely nothing about it since the announcement that there would be a Ukraine ceasefire from one of the days this week.
Yeah.
Like, no one said it's happened. No one said it hasn't happened. There's been nothing. So I don't know what to make of that. But
Okay.
I'm not giving myself a point for it. I don't think it's fair that I get a point for something that we don't know anything about. I mean, feel free to check it yourself if you want and see what you think.
Nah.
But I don't think I need to, because my next point is that a credible terrorist threat would be thwarted.
Yeah, you actually messaged me about this.
Yes, not
'Cause you
only
felt a
did
bit uncomfortable.
I did, because the thing that I caught first was the Brazil Gaga concert where there was apparently going to be a terrorist attack on Gaga in Brazil.
Yeah.
But since then, I've also heard about 2 others this week. They literally were talking about one earlier today, where they've arrested a bunch of people that were going to attack the Israeli embassy in London,
Oh.
and then they didn't have specifics of a plan, but there was a
Right.
plan. Like they've arrested 4 men because of it, and then there was something else earlier this week that I didn't make a note of because I didn't need to because I already had the Gaga one. So I definitely got that one. I don't like that I got that. Of all of them, I'd rather have got that one wrong, given the choice. To be quite honest,
We did both. What, you'd rather it hadn't been foiled?
no, I'd rather we hadn't heard anything. Honestly. But yeah.
Well, I think
got,
it's a good thing. Security agencies are doing their job properly.
Yeah, it's not it's not something you want to be right about. But there's more terrorists in the world.
Yeah.
Or even if they are being taken out by, or prevented from doing their job by security forces, you don't necessarily want there to be more of them still in the first place.
Well done.
Oh my god, it didn't. Yeah, thank you. 2-1. So, which is fine. These things happen. It's
God, he's fucking you up, isn't he?
Yeah, but only because I haven't hit him with my rocket yet. Call me Mr.
Another
Rocket.
one.
He's dead. He's dead, Jim. What's going on in there? I remember this being a particularly difficult part of the game.
Yeah.
And I think it's because there's not an awful lot of cover, actually. Considering what you've got to do. Oh, there's one up there, yeah. Missed him. Can't fucking see either, isn't it?
Oh, God. Fall back.
No, I need to push past the smoke.
Make them come to you.
I need to push past the smoke.
Why?
So I can't shoot them through it either because I can't fucking see, which means that
Well, they'll come through the
they
smoke
won't
and come
know
to you.
because they've got suppressive capabilities. Where are you fucking coming from? Fuck you! Fuck you! Anywho, where is he? He's up there. There's one on the left.
Oh.
Happy days.
Would you like one of my topics?
Yeah, go on then.
Well, guess what I watched?
Oh, was it a documentary?
No,
Makes a change.
I watched a mini-series
Did you really? What miniseries?
from the 80s
Go on.
called
what
The Life and Loves of a She-Devil.
Oh, sounds saucy.
It went, whoa. Yeah, a bit. I mean, sex was a big part of it.
Well, of course it is. She's a she-devil.
Based on a book by a lady called Faye Weldon.
Never heard
And
of her.
the plot is that there's this housewife who's ugly,
Okay.
and her husband is having an affair with this famous romance writer, and he leaves her for this romance writer, and the woman spends an inordinate amount of time planning her revenge and executing it, and well, firstly she dumps her kids off with them
As you do.
to ruin their little love nest.
Yep.
And then she gets the romance writer's mother kicked out of her nursing home, so she has to stay with them too. And then she frames her ex for fraud, and he goes to prison.
Okay.
And she seduces the judge, so he gets a heavy sentence.
Oh Christ, that's corruption at the highest level.
Yeah, he's a he's a sadomasochist.
Do you think they're waiting for me to down there because they think I'm going to go through that door?
Possibly.
I've got a few rockets still. Shall we blow them up beyond?
Yeah, do it.
There we go. I was happy with that.
And then she founds this sort of job agency for women,
Okay.
and she uses that to put her agents in various places and manipulate events, so she comes out on top. And then she goes the whole hog and has herself. She undergoes reconstructive surgery,
As you do.
including getting her legs shortened,
Jesus
so she can
Christ.
look like this romance author. Basically, takes over her life. And after the romance author kills herself.
Fucking hell, this is a bit weird.
Yeah, I found it kind of fascinating because Faye Weldon said it wasn't a story about revenge; it's a story about envy.
I suppose ultimately, yes, she's just envious of the woman
It's
that
about
her husband chose.
Yes, it's about an ugly woman, or a woman viewed as being ugly, who becomes everything she wasn't. And I'm watching this. I didn't, because she expressly states like she's never going to see her kids again. Oh God. Ah.
Jesus Christ, that's good
Oh.
piloting skills.
Yeah, that was bloody lucky, wasn't it?
I just wanted to grab the thing over there. Because there was one there.
Yeah, like it's expressly
I want me to
stated
get
she
in.
never sees her kids again.
Okay, well,
And
it
she
doesn't
just,
sound like she cares that much.
like, the last scene is her, like, making out with her lover in front of her husband, who's now out of prison.
Hmm.
And it's implied she spends a lot of time on this as well, because his sentence was 7 years, and it's not clear whether he served all of that.
Hmm.
Because she says she's just keeping him on ice until she's ready, so it could have been less.
Hmm.
But there's another point where it's mentioned like a 2 year jump is mentioned, so she could well have been at this for nearly a decade.
Fucking hell.
And I don't find her a particularly admirable character. I don't sympathise a great deal with her. I don't think it's an empowering story in a sense, but I think it's a good one because this is the woman who, instead of embracing who she was,
Changed it.
completely moved away from it and changed it and devoted her entire life to a man. You know, she may have been trying to ruin his life and get revenge, but she still devoted her life to him,
I
and
mean,
everything else was
ultimately,
just, surplus.
Jesus Christ, that was a powerful shot.
Mm.
He's still there. He killed me. I'm dead.
Ah,
Maybe I should have stayed on the helicopter and used the mounted gun for just a little bit longer.
what does that quote say?
Use the laser craft work cutting mode to cut through chains and thin metal covers.
Was that a translation to German?
Yes.
All right.
Shit.
Yes, I enjoyed it. It was a good 3 hour, 45 minute binge watch, and I would recommend it. Miriam Margolyes is in it.
Well, of course she was.
She plays a lesbian.
Of course she does. What else was she gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't want to say she's been typecast.
Well, speaking of Miriam Margolyes,
What? Someone else who's been announced for a Harry Potter film now?
no,
Again?
she popped up in the other thing I've been watching recently.
What, the news?
No, Jam and Jerusalem.
I have heard of Jam in Jerusalem. I know
Yes,
nothing about it.
It's a Jennifer. Hang on. You know what I'm like with names.
Yeah, fucking awful. Jesus, I'm getting attacked by a rocket man. He's burning out his fuse.
It's a Jennifer Saunders sitcom. I don't find it particularly funny. But it's got an all-star cast: Sue Johnson, Sally Phillips, Jennifer Saunders, Dawn French, Rosie Cavalario. Joanna Lumley's in it for a bit. Maggie Steed, Pauline McLean, David Mitchell. You know, they all pop up.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have any.
Got the papers. Now what?
I didn't find it too funny,
Oh, okay.
but it was one of those things where I sort of found myself getting invested in the characters.
Oh shit, we're getting to the moon. I forgot about this. I don't think we actually went.
I'd get me going. Oh yeah. Where we're going now?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You'll need to recover your equipment from the luggage area once you've arrived at the lunar base. Finally, you need to find those nuclear decryption keys.
Oh, shall we do this? Shall we do the moon base thing?
Yeah, we got to pick up our luggage from the baggage carrier.
Hello. Look at that. Look at that rocket.
You should put a tag on it or a bit of tape.
Can
Yes, Miriam Margolyes. Miriam Margolyes plays a retired headmistress of David Mitchell, his character, who is the local GP,
Okay.
and he needs to do a smear test.
Do you know what that
And,
means?
Yeah,
What
and
does it
he's
mean?
very awkward. Well, he needs to.
No, this
you
fucking
know.
writing on the screen.
Oh, welcome to the moon.
I believe it's from the moon, actually.
Welcome from the moon.
It might be two, but I have a feeling it's from.
Yes, that was kind of funny. He asked if she's sexually active, and she says, "Well, you won't be blowing the cobwebs out." That's what you mean.
Good lord.
That was kind of funny.
I want me to go through an X-ray machine. What if I realise that my skeleton's not entirely Aryan?
Oh my god. Is there a skull measuring zone as well?
I hope not. Maybe I shouldn't move. I might get false readings. Ah, we've got some shrapnel. He reckons it's... Oh, he's acknowledged that we're a veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrong fucking side, mate.
God, he must be getting on. Well, not necessarily, I guess. He could be in his late 30s, early 40s.
I think we're implied to be in our 40s.
Well, yeah, I suppose you weren't frozen in time where you were still aging.
Yeah, can't remember where we go from here. Easily at this, matey boy. It doesn't help that we're lost. That's not necessarily helping our case, is it?
Let's have a look at the moon. I want to see the moon. You're allowed in there.
No one's suspicious of us wandering about through just go through a fucking luggage claim.
Yeah.
No longer dressed in. Apparently our radios reach the moon.
Well, still some golf clubs.
Do you read?
We barely get signal.
Can you hear me? What's your status?
Well, I'm on the motherfucking moon.
The mouse on this one.
Down, 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 down. We're trying to get nuclear codes for the U-boat that we stole. I've started watching something new this week.
What?
I started watching The Office.
Which one?
The American one. I've already seen the English one, as we've discussed a few times.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm finally watching The American Office. I'm watching it whilst I'm doing my exercises.
What do you make of it so far?
Well, I'm only on season 2, because season 1's quite short, of course. I've seen a handful of episodes. I can't remember what the last one I watched was. Golden Cane, there. My name is Golden Cane. Not a lot of people know that. No, it's alright. I mean, Michael Scott is still an arsehole. I think the last one I saw was the one where he's bought the condo.
Oh, yeah. He's an arsehole in the first series, but he does mellow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping he does, because I'm not necessarily thinking it's worth getting invested in him. But I've heard positive things, so I suppose I need to just be patient. Oh no, the fire alarm was the last one. They had the fire alarm.
Wait, is that the one where Dwight sets it off?
No, Ryan sets it off.
Oh, right. Yeah, that is early.
I mean, I did say I'm on season 2. I don't know what more you want
Alright.
from me there.
All right.
Right, so we've done that. We got through there. Not now. I've got a proper gun now. What do they want from me? Yeah, so that was the last one I watched because what's his face went on a date with. I can't remember what her name is, but she's not Pam. She's she's a Pam lookalike.
Oh, she's the handbag lady.
Yeah. Who? Don't get me wrong, cute woman.
Amy Adams.
That's the one. I knew I recognised her. She's cute. You know, no disrespect to her, but she's no Pam.
Mm.
You know, but I mean, at the moment, very few of them have enough redeeming qualities. A lot of them have their major character flaws.
Yeah.
Because you know,
Yeah.
Jim does need to leave Pam alone a bit.
I would like to work at the office. Would you?
I don't know. I mean, I work in an office that I've worked in for quite some time. I know you work in an office as well, but my office environment is slightly different to yours.
Yeah, it's worse and more sexual.
Well, that's the thing. I don't tell you, but there's sexual harassment training going on.
Oh God. Is that just? Is it just time, or is it
Apparently, there's some legislation
prompted?
that's come into place.
Oh right.
But specifically, the thing that interests me about it is that I've been told, and I don't know how accurate this is, but I've been told that it's a thing where people that are managing people have an online course to do, and everyone else has got like a meeting to go to. It seems the opposite way of doing things to me. But I haven't got time to harass someone unless I'm working from home, in which case it's me anyway, so I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Stop me harassing me? Not possible. So I don't know. It's all a bit silly, if you ask me. I'm all for sexual harassment training, but it seems a bit silly in the context of what we're seeing. So yeah, fun times. There's no one I'd even be interested in harassing, and I'm not a harasser anyway. It's not what I do. I don't harass anyone for anything ever. I don't even like chasing people up for things I'm meant to chase them up for, let alone harass people. You know?
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. This seems like the right way to go. We're on the moon, by the way. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, we are. Let's have a look.
Oh, you clicked off.
Yeah, sorry, I was reading. Are you winning?
Always.
Good. Would you like a topic?
Well, I mean, if you're going to be like this, yeah, might as well.
What do you mean like this?
Well, you weren't even paying attention to the conversation properly.
I was. You said you never harassed anybody. You only harass yourself, and they can't stop you from doing that because that is your right.
Oh, no, it's crashed. It's frozen.
Oh dear. Oh God.
All we did was stab a guy.
You just don't do it again.
It was kind of our job to. All right, let's relaunch the game. Go on, have a pick a topic. Which one you going with?
So, our country wasn't the only one that had some elections recently.
Canada.
Yeah.
I won money on that.
Did you?
Yeah, I bet on them to win. I only got a little bit of money. I didn't bet a lot on it. But then I bet
It wasn't
that money.
surefire.
I bet that money on a football game, and I got even more money out of it. So I got like 25 quid from like a £5 bet.
Oh. Well, it wasn't a surefire thing, was it? The Liberals getting back in.
No, but I think Trump being an arsehole helped.
Yes, I mean it's the Canadian election and the Australian one.
I don't know anything about the Australian one. Did
well,
he
I
sit in
do.
a McDonald's or something?
No, they've yes. One of the reasons both parties, that one of the more sort of liberal left-leaning ones, and the reason that was cited was the Trump effect.
Yeah.
One of the reasons was
we
both
need to
the
find a spacesuit.
opponents. Both the opponents were sort of right-wing and had sort of deliberately, in some sense, positioned themselves as the Trump equivalent candidate.
Yep, as you would.
And yeah, people didn't want a Trump. You know, in Australia, voting is like mandatory.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am aware. And you can get fined or
Yeah.
potentially prison sentence, actually, I think, can't you?
Mm.
Depending on.
Yeah. So the Liberals in Canada sort of squeaked back, but it's not altogether certain. But in Australia, it was a pretty decisive win for the Labour Party.
Yeah.
Anthony Albanese and Peter Dutton, the Liberal Coalition. I can't remember what the party's called. Lost his seat,
Okay.
and so indeed did many of the leading figures of the party. And when I last checked, they were having a bit of a crisis because there was no clear successor.
Bloody
All
Australians.
all the big hitters had been voted out, so he got back in. He's got a pretty like he went from like he had a very narrow majority, and he's gone from like 76 to 87 or something like that.
Christ. Well, I mean, elections are a bit of a look of a door, really, sometimes, aren't they? If you need to have successfully convinced a particular subset of society that you are the right person to make, because tends to be a handful of people that actually dictate what ends up happening. It's not really the masses, it's the handful that change their minds.
Yeah. You're undecided voter, yeah.
You swing voter.
Yeah, you swing voter.
Let's go down this hole, shall we? Slide down. Let's hope no one's here.
Well, yeah, Peter Dutton, not a particularly attractive man.
Well, it's not something I tend to think about when it comes to politicians. Who is a particularly attractive man when it comes to politicians? So I know what your type is.
Let's think. I don't know. People say Jack Kennedy was attractive. I don't think so. He had big fish eyes.
Wow.
Yeah, like they had a policy where they openly came out and said we will increase tax,
Christ.
but you'll get that back because we're lowering the price of petrol. And it was pointed out like that is only for like 12 months or something.
Well, was it enough? Did it win him?
No, they lost.
Oh, it's the wrong people. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, someone's getting closer.
Ah.
He's 5 meters away.
So yes, well done, Australia and Canada.
Yes, our Labour Party had a bit of a win today, actually, didn't they? It's been a long time in the
Did
making.
it?
Yeah. We've apparently it's a win. Got a trade deal with the USA.
Oh yeah, that
completed. Apparently, it's an achievement. I dread to think what we've given away as a result. I did read some of the info, but not enough. Well, they said one of the things is a lot of most exports from farmers or agriculturalists or something like that. And the trouble is that probably does include chlorinated chicken, which is not good. Because I know it includes beefs in there somewhere. Do you fucking mind, Sunshine? No, he evidently doesn't. Right, let's move to a better gun. This one. Oh, it is a better gun. Jesus.
No, I quite like watching you play this.
Do you really? I'm not entirely sure
Yeah.
you do watch it.
I do, genuinely I do. That was a rare lapse. I fell down the Jam and Jerusalem rabbit hole.
Wow. That's a dangerous rabbit hole to fall down.
I've watched about 90% of this.
Reload.
Oh god, you're pinned.
Just the way I like it.
Why are you just using the pistol?
Because it's more reliable weapon and it's the one that actually had ammo at the time. In terms of the actual damage it does, it's a bloody helpful weapon. But this one uses like a recharge thing. I need to keep recharging it. Which is fine, unless I'm not getting the ammo for it. It's good, but it has its limitations.
Oh, I thought the sound had gone then.
No, it's just a bit
The video game.
delayed.
Yeah, so we've got a trade deal with America.
Apparently, yeah. Like I say, I'm not overly enthusiastic about it, but we'll have to see how it goes. I've got to ask you about something that you've not brought up for a long time. A long
Okay.
time. Oh, hang on. This looks an awful lot like that bit in Star Wars, doesn't it?
Well, the Death Star laser
No, you know the tube where Luke Skywalker falls down
in Bespin.
in Bespin, or when he's walking through to meet Vader.
Yeah, I guess.
Does a bit, doesn't it?
If you went really fast, it would look like the opening credits for Doctor Who. But not really.
Where are all the old men faces?
Tom Baker looming suddenly. Yeah, go on. What haven't I brought up in a long while?
How's Soap Study doing?
Good. Good.
Is that it, or are you going to elaborate on that?
Well, I need to do some more work on it this weekend, actually.
Yeah, it's been a while since you
bit of-
mentioned it. You see, I've not heard what you're
Well,
up to.
I was taking a bit of a break because the last video was like an hour and a fucking half.
I mean, you're the one who puts all the fucking effort in. You just put less effort and do more videos. People would probably stop bitching at you all the time.
Nah.
Make
yeah,
a few
top three.
typos. Accidentally say the name of a place wrong.
God,
Misquote someone. I don't fucking care.
yeah, so yeah, my most recent video has 32,000 views.
We're about to go on the moon. Like, walk on the moon.
Oh my god. Why isn't BJ Blazkowicz shitting himself?
He just made a big deal about the fact that it's everything to get all worked up over.
All
We're
right.
about to walk on the moon. Well, that's presumably the sun. We could do with seeing Earth for context. Oh shit!
You idiot.
I stopped pressing the button and it carried on moving. Anywho, so you got to put less effort in and do more. Okay, fine, yeah, do that.
And yeah, comments still coming in. People say lovely things about it, and yeah, I just needed to step away from it for a while, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
I did some other writing project work. I'm going to dip into it a bit this weekend, but I can't say when the next one's going to be done. But
Do you even know what the next one's going to be?
yeah, it's Brookside, Body Under the Patio.
Ah, it's funny we were joking
Yes.
about a body under a patio earlier today at work.
Well, yeah, that's where it comes from,
Well, I mean,
for the most
You know.
part, I guess. Well, my working hypothesis is that it wasn't a great thing.
well, no,
I
you
saw
shouldn't
somebody-
really put bodies under patios. You should
Well,
do them properly.
I saw someone argue a while ago that it was such a big storyline that it gave Brookside the taste for that sort of thing, and eventually led to a change in direction that ended up getting it cancelled, I guess.
If you're going to hide a body, you bury it in a graveyard. Who's going to think to look there?
Okay, genius. How'd you get it to the graveyard?
Well, how did you get under the patio?
Well, it was their house.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, there's options.
And I'm just saying,
Look, you could weekend at Bernie's your way to a situation where they're in the car with you. It's in the middle of the night. No one's necessarily going to think anything about there being someone half, quote unquote, asleep. Are they? In the car, in the front seat of the car. Maybe put them on the back seat. It's not a big deal. No one's necessarily even going to see it, let alone be suspicious of it.
you burn a human body in like an industrial furnace.
Yeah, but how many
Wouldn't,
people
like-
have access to an industrial furnace?
Yeah, but would it smell?
I don't know. Why are we?
What I
we've got
mean
a
is, would
scalpel,
people
what's
walking
that for?
past? Would people walking past go, "Oh, that stinks of burning flesh"?
What are we cutting with a scalpel?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Are we cutting our tattoo off?
I remember this moment. Back in the camp.
This woman, I know her well.
Oh yeah.
Cillian, the will of fire, and the family gone, all of them yet. Faith kept
Oh, look, it's
growing.
Engels before we fucked her face up.
Yeah, Fraulein fucked face.
For me and everything that must be
Yeah.
built, otherwise there's no room to question the plan.
Well, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with your new video, and I'll hear lots of moaning about it.
Question
Well, I'm anticipating that the one after this will be
were
a
absolute
big one.
certainty.
Because
Yet you are a believer.
Right, last time I checked, it was a tie between
Suffering such as this, and I question
who shot JR
my faith
and one about Dynasty.
misplaced.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
So my hope is JR takes it.
Egyptian.
And if it's a tie, I get to decide, and I'm picking JR. And
Yes, we're
hopefully that'll
removing our
bring in
tattoo. Jesus Christ, that
yeah,
looked painful.
and hopefully it'll bring in a lot of Americans. But surely that stings like a fucking bitch. Are you not bleeding everywhere?
Well, evidently not. Well, no, we
He just
got our
pulled his
sleeves down.
sleeves up. That's Jesus fucking Christ. This guy's unhinged.
Well, I mean, yes, he's literally mentally disabled as a result of the shrapnel in his brain. Been
Maybe he just
through...
doesn't feel pain like the rest of us.
No, it hurts.
Oh.
It's just fucking bonkers. There's a man over there. Get him in his face. Fuck your face up, you fucking fucker.
Yeah.
God, they've got the alarms going off now as well. Oh, that's one. So this is where it gets all serious, like. Ammunition. Ammunition. Health. Ammunition. Ammunition. Perfect. That's the alarm taken care of. And let's forget everyone else who's shooting at us, potentially, because we're going up for thingy.
Yeah.
Oh. Have you heard about the big delay that everyone's talking about?
Yeah, I have.
Go on then.
Well, it's GTA 6, isn't it?
Yeah, GTA 6 has been, almost unsurprisingly, delayed
Yes.
by a whole... Well, I don't know how long it was actually...
About a year, I think. Next May it comes out. But
yeah, I can't remember when it was meant to come out.
it's not like we got nothing because Rockstar released a second trailer.
I didn't
Have you seen
watch
it? I have.
I didn't even read the article about it. I was going to decide I could be asked. I care
It
very
looks
little,
good.
it seems.
Oh.
I just,
Yeah, I'm not.
You know, it's a bit-
I'm not overwhelmingly fussed, but I'll watch Let's Plays when it comes out. It's yeah. I mean, it is. Is it the most anticipated game of all time?
It's a toss up between that and Half-Life 3.
Through that.
Because who doesn't want to play Half-Life 3?
I don't.
Well, that's probably because you're not up to speed.
I'm not even that fussed about Half-Life 2.
Well, you should be. Half-Life 2 was a fucking brilliant piece of work. It was literally... I'm not one to say these sorts of things very often, but it was technologically advanced game for its time. It had a lot
I've
going
heard.
for it. You played episode 2, Half-Life 2, haven't you? I thought you
Yeah, I
talked
have.
about it last week.
Yeah, I like it,
Alright.
but I'm not. You know, it's no Half-Life.
No, but it is though.
Well, not Half-Life 1.
Yeah, but Half-Life 1 was quite weak by comparison now. Even if you play the Source engine.
All
Especially
right,
if you
yeah.
play the Source engine.
But at the time, it was revolutionary, as Yahtzee Croshaw has told me.
Wow, was it though?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Well, he said, and other people have said that first-person shooters at the time, there used to be like a little opening cutscene saying, "You are this person. This is the story. You have to kill these people." Then you're dropped in a place, and you pick up a gun that's rotating on the floor, and you shoot people. But it was immersive storytelling, man.
Yeah,
You know,
it is good.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, well, it's no Half-Life 2. I was lying. Right, now we need to get back to Earth.
I'm printing decryption keys now.
Die, dog, die.
Now get your butt back
Schweinhund!
Ah.
Klaus is in London. He will bring you back to Berlin once you land.
Right. Oh, for fuck's sake. As if that door would close behind him. Yeah, so GTA 6. What else? All right. So
It is a
do you
Bonnie
know?
and Clyde, Bonnie and Clyde type story.
It is it?
Yeah, he's a former soldier and she's gotten out of prison, and they're smooching.
Well, that's what people do, isn't it? They smooch. Well, you don't, but it's not your choice.
You're mean.
No, I'm factual. You'd smooch if you could, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah,
This is circumstance has presented you with a smoochless situation at the moment.
yeah.
For
Whatever.
now.
I'll live. Is that a threat?
Well, I
You
mean,
threatening me?
yeah. You better
With
find someone to
smooches.
smooch with, punk, or else you're going to get smooched.
Well, it
Not-
sounds like the end result is basically the same.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't like the smooches the way I like them.
Oh God, that did sound a bit rapey. I don't. I know you didn't mean it. Did sound a bit rapey.
It was meant to sound aggressive.
Yeah, it did.
I stand by the tone.
Okay. Are you an aggressive love maker?
In the right circumstances, yes.
Is your partner okay with that? Is she
I've never had any complaints because she knows
Right.
better than to. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay.
She's very happy with our love life, and
Well,
would anyone. I'll
Lovely
be honest
stuff.
with you. Love life wasn't the reason any of my relationships broke down.
Okay.
You know, some people aren't so lucky.
Yeah.
I'm an accomplished, skilled, even romantic partner.
I know you said.
Yeah, I'm getting it out there for anyone who's listening that wants a slice of Jordan's pie.
For the record, when I'm, 80 and listening back to this after you've been dead for 25 years.
You wish. Throwing knife.
What were you going to say?
What, about me being an accomplished lover?
No, we were talking about GTA.
Oh, no, that's it. That's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you wanted to talk about something else.
Oh, I was just going to pick another topic.
Okay.
But if you want to do one instead,
Why not?
seeing as I've not got many
You're
topics
busy. I've got two.
left. Oh, seriously? Alright, well, I'll do one
Yeah.
then.
Okay.
The town that I live in.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that view. That's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
The town that I live in has got a festival this weekend.
Oh.
It's a parade of sorts.
Well, they're flowers.
Funny enough, there are.
Okay.
What's particularly frustrating about it is that they're going to be driving down my street.
Ugh.
I will be trapped by this parade that's going on. I would be able to watch it from my living room window. I don't even have to go to my living room. I can watch it from where I'm sat right now if I open the browser.
Oh, I'm a little jealous.
I'm not. I fucking hate the whole thing. It's too Wicker Man for me.
It is, yeah, I mean, they do elect a flower queen.
Yes, it's only a matter of time.
And
Only
I
a
always
matter of
feel
time
like-
for someone. I mean, how right wing this area is. Honestly, I don't think it would take much for someone to get, massacred and fucking, oh, if we sacrifice this person, this elected person, then maybe all the immigrants will go away. I don't think we're that far off it here.
It
Maybe
absolutely
I don't think very well about this place, but that's because it's given me reason not to think very highly of it.
I mean, it is sort of horror movie where the town elects an attractive young woman to sit on a massive bed of flowers
It's
and
midsummer.
is paraded through the town.
I don't like it. Okay, I don't like the idea of it. It's a waste of time. It's literally stopping me from going about my own personal business that I have to go about on a literally weekly basis.
But our area of the world is famous for its tulips.
What? Holland? No.
Yeah.
We're not from Holland, though, are we?
No.
How do I
It's
get
like the
in?
second biggest producer of that particular flower in Europe.
Okay, but you know what's really annoying?
What?
Actually, this year, turns out a lot of the flowers that are being used for it are being imported
Or-
from your county.
Oh, right.
I know it's only across the border, but you know, turns out a lot of them have been imported, so it doesn't even count. Like,
Oh, God. You couldn't make it up, could you?
well, no, you could. You absolutely could, because someone has. And that's the end of his level. So we're going to leave the moon. We're probably going to kill the pilot. Because God forbid the pilot...
Kommandozentrale London Nautica. Transporter Nummer 4. Meine Ladung wurde vernichtet. Ich wurde von einem verdammten Terroristen angegriffen und bin gerade mit dem Leben davon gekommen.
Verstanden, Transporter 4? Vollständige Eingriff-Nachbesprechung.
Probably should have killed him, like, a little earlier.
Transporter 4?
Yeah.
Transporter 4?
I don't know whether he needs to be stabbed that many times.
Strange shit that turned your stomach.
No, I don't think he necessarily needs to.
Alright, Captain Cowboy. Roger. This is your buddy boy Klaus Kreuz in the car heading toward the London Nautica. Roger. Find your way down to the parking lot and I will pick you home. Roger.
Seen 1,000 battles.
The London Nautica is opening fire. I think they are shooting.
Oh, he shouldn't do that.
The sun set on 5 different continents.
Put his leg up like that, he's gonna fucking...
Rise off the surface of the moon.
His shin will shoot through his fucking knee. Something.
Yeah. Oh no, we're not quite finished.
Just to see you again.
Oh, we're still alive. Oh, we're back in London. I don't remember any of this.
Still alive, it seems.
I feel like we should be able to open that door, but okay. Oh, boom. Yeah, so there's a parade, and it's gonna fuck up my business for the day. So
You're such a grouch.
I know. I like to be able to do my own. Oh, okay. I missed a bit. Presumably, I should have. Well, he just said run, didn't he? But because of a delay, I missed it.
I think you sort of run out of things to have in that parade. Like they
Yeah,
got
like the
penny
flowers.
farthings and World War II jeeps.
There was a Star Wars section last year. Like a proper full-on Star Wars section. There was someone dressed as the Mandalorian. There was a Boba Fett. A whole bunch of other Mandalorians. Oh, that's convenient that we've killed him. Did he have a gun? Yes, he did.
I don't even know how we landed.
Badly.
Okay, we just swung in through the window and crushed that guy's head against the wall.
Floor, I think. Ah, biggest gun ever constructed. Oh, and it's a picture of a moon.
Yeah. Well, they were going to use it to shoot London and the real world.
Were they really?
Yeah, you could fire shells over and hit London.
What, a picture of a moon?
No, the big gun.
No, they were talking. It's a picture of a moon on the biggest gun in the world, the biggest gun ever built thing, implying that they're
Yeah.
building a giant gun on the moon.
Possibly, yeah. Makes sense.
I mean, yeah, but you know, still.
Are they even at war with anybody apart from the resistance?
What resistance? A resistance that doesn't officially exist.
Yeah.
Propaganda. You thought of a propaganda there, mate.
I mean, it's probably just a I mean, it is just a military wank thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, always is.
You know, they're still building weapons and
Well, you
tanks
can't
and
let
shit for
anyone.
no reason in particular.
You can't let anyone potentially risk becoming more powerful than you. Whoops. Whoops. So I don't know if you caught any of that background sound.
Something's happening.
Yes, the base is under attack.
Oh no!
I know. Our base. This sound delay is a bit annoying. It's agitating me again.
Maybe somebody finally reported those 3 helicopters they saw flying in the Hyrule.
That may well be the case. And you know what? If they did, it's about bloody time, and I respect them for it. Even if
I
they
mean,
aren't
we were
answers.
pretty lucky. Is the base in Germany?
Berlin. I
Yeah,
just saw
okay,
a
and we're in
face
London.
around this corner.
There he is.
Not anymore. Do you know where this building is?
Oh, is it the BBC or something?
No. Do you remember when we blew up that thing with the car bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that same building.
All right.
London Nautica.
It's not great to work here at this moment in time, is it?
No. Because, you know...
Imagine being injured in the first one, taking a bit of time off and coming back today.
Project Venus.
Oh my god. Banana Rama are involved.
Oh no, my fire. Something. Oh, what's the point of coming down here then? We could come down here, so why do... Oh, it's... Shush.
Would you like a topic?
Yeah, go on then.
Technically, I've got 3 left because I've got to add this. This headline caught my attention just because it just seemed like not at all what you'd expect to see.
Okay.
Bargain hunt expert charged with terror offences.
Yes, I saw that. That is a weird one, isn't it? And not at
Yeah.
all something that I included on my terrorist attack thing, because he hasn't actually done a terrorist attack. He's been charged
Well-
with funding it or something, financing it.
Failing to make a disclosure during the course of business within the regulated sector following an investigation into terrorist financing. 8 counts.
Yeah.
First charge of its kind under Section 21A of the Terrorism Act of 2000.
So all in all, quite a long time for... Oh, Jesus, I got killed by something there. Helicopter, I think. Yeah, it's been 25 years that this is a law that could have been caught someone out, and it's been him that's done it.
Yeah.
Almost well done to him. You know, being the first. You
Do we need, like, I mean, is he actively funding terrorists? Or is it like...
I should think
Done a
what's
bit more.
happened is he's contributed to purchasing some stuff that has ended up providing money for terrorists.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
So there's a helicopter. Right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's what killed him before. How the fuck do you take down a helicopter? Well, assumes with rockets. Well, that probably hurt. That would have probably hurt a lot more if it had hit it. Okay, so now it's out of shot. Fuck's sake, they're hiding from me.
Huh.
I'm just a man, goddammit.
Hmm.
And now I haven't got any rockets. So now I really am just a man.
Yeah. Man with no rockets on one testicle.
But I have got a laser. I do have a second testicle, it's just not very effective.
Yeah.
Inefficient, non-present, like it doesn't make itself known. But it's fine. According to a medical professional. fair, it's been a long time since a man's touched me anywhere. So, you know.
Win-win.
You had the gloves on as well.
Is that? Do you like that?
I do. But it's not something I get to indulge very often because my partner doesn't like wearing gloves. Which is fine, you know. There's a lot of things I don't get indulged because I have so many eclectic tastes. But
Like what?
oh, I don't know. It's hard to explain without giving you too much information that you're not going to want. What's something that I like that I don't get to experience so often?
Oh. Picnics?
No, I had a picnic fairly recently, actually.
Dirty bastard.
I know, right? I even got to replicate a scene from. Am I still getting shot at? Yeah. From Peep Show because we were day drinking by the river, almost by the river, whilst having a
I
picnic.
thought Orange had wiped the twins.
No, but I did see supposedly the flat that it was all filmed in on TikTok having been gutted, and the top comment is, "Oh, I never forgive Orange if they've wiped the flat." Yeah, I thought you'd like that. We'll do this level and then we'll stop
Okay.
because it's nearly an hour and a half already.
Oh god.
Yeah, hour and 20
Go down the
minutes.
bin chute.
Been shooting these people.
Into the sewer.
The London Monitor is coming. Look at it. Did you see that big ass bastard?
Yeah, I did.
Don't know how we're meant to beat that. I can't remember. It's a big deal.
You have to shoot it in its urethra.
In its eye hole.
Yeah. Big in it.
Fucking huge, mate. I'll never forgive London if they fuck the Monitor. They're not going to like me after this. Oh, Jesus.
Well, the Nazis or Londoners.
Any of them. Hide from it, Johnny Cowboy. I thought he told me I'd blinded him. How was I getting hurt? I don't know where I'm meant to fucking shoot it because I can't fucking see anywhere to shoot it.
Well, there, in the holes.
I just shot it in another hole. That one opened up again. It's nice that it's speaking English. I know
Really?
it's in London. Yeah, the rocket is. The missile thingy. The monitor, that's it. It's speaking English, Anna. You can see the subtitles at the bottom. You probably can't read them. You're causing damage to state property.
I can read.
Well, yeah, but the quality's not great, is it, visually? So you might not have been able to read it because it's not.
It's
very
just
good
there was a
quality.
bit of a lag, so what it was saying, which I couldn't really hear, sounded very different to what was on the bottom of the screen, and I thought it was in German.
Okay. No, it's valid. Just
Whoa. Are you running out of pipe?
think so. I just need to shoot it in the face again. Oh, I'm gonna run out of his battery. I'm assuming I'm doing this right. I'm shooting it in the eye, and then it's pissing off for a bit.
Let me Google it. Yeah, it's the eye. When it's charging up, you hit it.
Okay, so I was just gonna be patient then. That's what I was thinking about boss fights like this. Is it's just shoot it and then hide again. Come on, come and get me, you bastard! Shoot me! There we go. Done it again.
I'm not so sure you could like police the entire city with this thing. That's what Google said.
What? But you can police the entire city with it?
Yeah.
It's a big thing. I mean, you got to remember this is 1960s. If it was nowadays, yeah, sure, absolutely. But it ain't nowadays. People were a lot easier to police in the 60s. Look how you're getting on with your shit in your game. But I can't remember the name right now. Destroy All Humans. You know, they're incompetent, aren't they? Because they're stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know. Most of them are
How
prostitutes.
many times am I going to hit this fucking thing?
I don't know. That would have had a health bar.
It would be nice, yeah. Because I am hitting it in the eye every time, and I think I've missed an opportunity. Oh, that looks like a thing I meant to hit as well. Fuck, 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 fuck. That was close. Something shot out underneath it as well. Underneath the eye. Down there where the thing was. Did you see it? Underneath there looked like there was a thing. Oh shit, it just fell.
Jump in the hole.
I was trying. Oh, it's shooting at me. How original. Can you Google it further?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thank you. Because like I say, I'm shooting in the eye.
Okie dokie. You need to run directly underneath the monitor and fire upwards into the engine, according to this,
Okay.
to cause real permanent damage to it. Make sure you got health.
Yeah, because it's a flamethrower
okay.
thing.
So hit the eye spot. Once the eye is hit, the 6 missile batteries will open. Shoot 1 while the missiles are being primed before firing. You can shoot 2 if you're fast. This will cause the battery to be disabled. Disabling all 6 of these missile racks is your first priority.
Okay, well now we know to do that. That's that. 1, 2. Okay, I think I disabled 2 there.
Okay.
I now have no ammo in this gun, so I need to reload it in there. With a battery. Okay, we're making progress.
Okay. I'll
Maybe this is why I
Yeah.
forgot this section, is because it's so fucking stupid. 1, 2. Oh, Jesus. The damage you are causing is aggravating the severity of your crime. Yeah, no
Huh.
shit. It's almost like it's kind of a point. Where were the soldiers that were inside the building? I swear I didn't kill them all. Stop shooting. Okay,
So-
so I've taken out 3 of the batteries.
Okay.
Taken out 5 of the batteries.
Right. I want to tell you what you need to do next, so you know.
No, let me get the last one. I meant you said something
Okay.
about running underneath it.
Well, first, once all the launchers are destroyed, it will have to rely on its laser beam eye attack. And you have to shoot its eye,
Yeah.
and that will stun it and open its hole at its bottom hole,
Okay.
so to speak.
It's bunghole.
You need to go under it, shoot up. Once you do it twice, it dies.
Okay. So take out the laser eye, because it's still got some guns on the bottom. You see.
Yeah, it does mention that. The machine guns won't stop firing, and it's got flamethrowers. You can destroy the machine gun turrets.
Right, I've gone. Can you? Because I've been shooting them the whole fucking time. Maybe if I had an explosive rather than a fucking. Jesus Christ. Yes, I know, Klaus. I've done it once. Right. Fire! Show me your fucking laser eye, you bastard. There we go. Thank you for that. Look, it's going boom.
Yay!
Oh, it went boom.
I helped.
It went proper boom. Oh, we're having a flashback. Oh my god. Death's head is called Wilhelm.
Oh my god.
You call me Death's Head. I don't like it. I'm happy.
Totenkopf.
Isn't it? It doesn't sound right in English. Say
Oh, that sounds more familiar. I've heard that. Is that what he's called in the original game?
I don't know, but that's what it is in German. Totenkopf.
Yeah,
Or Death's
rings a
Head
bell.
rings.
Captain, we're in all sorts of trouble over here. Surprise attack. Couldn't fight them off. Everyone's scared. I'm on radio. They're inside.
Now I put you in the car. We have to drive.
We're driving from London to Berlin whilst they're under attack.
Oh, that's gonna. Okay.
Come in, Berlin.
Can they hold out for 3 days?
Well,
Oh,
probably
not
not.
this bitch.
But they're gonna still.
Death's men are everywhere. I think your old friend Frau Engel is leading the attack. Death's Head must have promoted her for her actions at the labor camp.
What action? She lost control of everything.
Trapped in here. Completely surrounded. Too much chaos. Lost track of the others.
Hmm.
They're either dead or they're hiding.
Oh no!
They're gonna find all of us.
They found Anya.
Matter of time.
Oh no. Oh.
Jesus Christ. Klaus.
We did it.
I'm sorry, Anya.
Max
Yay.
has.
You could have seen the skate at dawn. I wanted to take you there.
Oh, Klaus. But this is a future problem.
Oh.
Because we said we were stopping there. Because it's been an hour 35 now. We'll just let Max keep smashing away against her in the background. So, I don't. I'm just going to go back to the main menu. I'm not too sure how much more we've got left actually. Auto save, so that's fine. But if I go to chapters, it's a Wyatt save. Oh, would you believe it? We've only got 2 chapters left.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yeah, Under Attack, and then chapter 16, which is well the last one. And that is definitely the last one because it's the last one on the other list as well.
Huh.
So we are very nearly at the end of this.
Wow.
Maybe one more video. Yeah.
Gosh.
So thank you for joining
Well,
us.
Yes, that's
Did-
all right.
We did quite a lot, didn't we?
Yeah.
What did we do? We stole a U-boat.
Yeah, and then we went to the moon. Do you remember that? Remember
Went
the
to
moon?
moon for a bit. Did the
Yeah.
thing with the train and the weird tether bomb
Yeah.
thing.
Got that. We went back to that building in London and we blew up that robot, didn't we?
Yeah, they're the 4 big things. Oh, and then there's the awkward thing where we discovered the secret vault of Jewish artifacts. That
Oh
Jewish
yeah,
texts alive,
I landed that from my mind.
Yeah, I said it many a time. This game's wonderful, but it is a bit awkward at times.
It is a bit awkward, isn't it?
It is a bit. So anyway, join us next time where we make it even more awkward, probably. And we'll see you there. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.